Yo tampoco soy de aquí, marinero, pero vengo de lejos y aún más del lado de allá de la tierra. De allá la misión cumplida, vine a dar despedida, vine a dar despedida. Yo tampoco soy de aquí,
Yeah, we set the YouTube page that we
pero
can
vengo
broadcast
de
on as
lejos
well
y
as our
aún
Facebook page and all kinds of different
del
things
lado
over the
de
last year.
allá de la
So
tierra,
Heather asked me again
de
would
allá
I
la
do it.
misión
So I said yes.
cumplida.
So starting for this
Vine a
season,
dar
I will be one of the curators of Creative Expressions, which I'm very grateful for, and I feel the people that are part of this with me have been very supportive and wonderful. So to start today, what I would like to do is to read a poem by one of my favorite poets from her book, Home Home. It's called On the Road. I'm ready to leave. Defy this sea that taunts me each day and lulls me at night. Into my bag I pack whiffs of grated ginger, Sunday spicy mutton stewed with carrots, almond essence and wine and Christmas cakes, moonlight romps on bay sand, and Jumbie stories. I wrapped sea spume with walks along the bay. I cannot leave beatings with plant sprigs and leather straps we toss into the sea. The words to climb every mountain in my sister's going away card I place with poems in a latched tobacco box. All this I take, hoisting the case, past the gate, up the path, till no one sees me. I hear, years later, how my father weeps. I leave behind the cottage, sisters, friends, who spread like molasses, filling my space. The bundle I so tightly packed gives way. Things I carry fall out one by one upon rocks, through thickets, streams. A memory falls out somewhere on the road. Pieces of me are strewn along fields and pavements, even the poems. There is no going back, no picking up of things I lose. So I think Heather, that was written by Heather in her wonderful book Home Home, which I wrote the introduction to because she asked me to read this beautiful collection, and if I had some words. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Heather, that was written about when you decided you were going to come to the United States from
Yes,
kids.
yes, in 1982. I wrote the poem much later, and I thought I wrote it a long time ago when I really felt there was no going back. And even though I always talked about going back, but I've made a space back there. It's not the same space I left. I guess that's what they mean when they say you can't go home again. I mean, not like you were with my sisters. Um, Sometimes when I dream that we're in that house, the same house, well, the spot where I now stay, in the family home where we all grew up. It's a new house now, but you know, and I remember I would dream that we're back there in the house, but I don't think we've ever been back in that house together, except maybe last June when we had a family reunion and they would come over to visit, but never stay like we did. So there's some memories there that can't be, well, they can't be erased and they can't be messed up. They can't, because they're just there, right? Of us growing up together. It was a lot of us. So, we always had friends,
Yeah.
among ourselves and friends from outside. So yeah, I wrote that, but it's the book is called Home Home for the precise reason that that's where I drift. And one of the reasons that I'm trying to empty my head or to serve creative expressions in another way is because of the pull to home and wanting to serve in other ways there, which I've been trying to do since before COVID. But so I'm kind of trying to recommit myself. And at this age, I could only hold one thing at a time, it seems. So, I thought, well, maybe it's time for me to withdraw a bit. Nothing to do. I'm still gonna be here as part of the steering committee. And because it's a noble thing that we do. I believe in it. But I just don't feel like it continue, at least in this way for now. Who knows what might happen later on, but for now. But it has been a pleasure to serve the last 7 years. It's amazing. Let's say seven is the years of completion, right? So I don't know if that meant anything. I don't think I calculated that into this. If it hadn't been for Zoom, I would have left long ago. When I left here to go to St. Kitts in 2019, just before COVID. I was just easing it along until I could, we could get somebody who will hold on to it. But you know, this new thing of Zoom just kind of kept me going with it. So I think that it's great that I could run it from St. Kitts, but there are a lot
Yeah.
of New York people who could run it better than me, I'm sure. So.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that we are very blessed that you did leave your St. Kitts home and come here to New York.
Yeah.
And all the things that you've done here in New York, creative expression being only one of them, um, it has been amazing. So I want to thank you, and if we could all just maybe snap or give applause or something to Heather for the last 7 years of running creative expressions.
Yeah, thank
Is
you.
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Um, so I guess we'll get started with our open mic section. Um, Angela, did you take down names, or did you want me to get started with that? Because like I think the first one we have is Diane, I believe. Um, I think. Oh, actually, Rebel or Donnie. It looks like you were first. Did you want to read something, and then Diane,
Sure.
and then Diane after that?
I have language. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I think this is my first time ever being in this particular group. I go by Rebel Jesus, and from Detroit. And this piece I call Through Poetry, and I almost forgot it. Through Poetry. Before I was on this earth, I was known. Went from being the myth to born a legend. The funny thing is, Pops made me a prestige peasant. He wasn't even present, a deadbeat. Barely even spoke to me until I was dead meat. A couple days later, I was on my feet. I got up out of there. Went to see my peeps. Told them I was out of here. Time lapse over 2,000 years. Now I'm doing poetry in front of descendants of those who murdered me, but I'm not my dad. I won't hold you accountable for something you didn't ask for. That's how you cause a domino effect. Instead, I mind my own business. Writing and laughing at these prayers I'm projecting on the ceiling, lay back and be chillin'. Humanity be illin', believing I'm Captain Save them niggas. At one point, maybe, now, mostly not. But Copper Squat, there's more. Wasn't it my dad that planned this whole thing? So why my man's Jess Lou get blamed for everything? It sounds like he has accountability issues, so he created somebody to blame. It's probably why he's so ashamed to show his fucking face. In RJ, we trust me. It's not the shame. Ruthless. A GWA. You think he wildin' now? Wait till you hear the parables from back in the day. A people master, check. Unstable emotionally, check. A vampire, not sure, but bloodthirsty, check. Not giving a fuck, double check. All these blind followers trying to make it into heaven, good luck. No matter what, it's a lottery. But if you flatter me, I might can get your name bumped up. Knowing my merciful, loving daddy, I promise you, no guarantees. Now back to me. Yeah, I'm back. Please don't bother me. Like y'all say nowadays, keep that same energy. And I'll be around city to city, state to state, global eventually, speaking the good word through poetry. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Whoa.
We appreciate it.
Where are you, Donnie?
Say that again.
Where? It looks like you're in a car, and there's
Yeah,
something
I'm
behind you.
just now. I just clocked out of work.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just got done right before we started. Yep.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for
Yep.
sharing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. Also, Kim, welcome, and Kara, welcome for coming today. Glad you're here. If you would like to read, just put your name in the chat. Um, and today what we're doing is we're just having an open mic. Just which is something we rarely do. As you know, we normally have featured readers, but you're the featured readers today, all of you. And we're very blessed for that. So next we have Diane. You'd like to read?
Yes, thank you. And welcome, Donnie. We hope you'll return. Thank you very much. And I wanted to say, Heather, it was a pleasure hearing you at the New York City Poetry Festival. I was just getting ready to leave and I heard that voice and I said, wait a minute, stop the brakes. That's Heather. So I stopped in my tracks, stayed to listen to you, and then I went on about my business, but it was so glad to hear you. Anyway, I'm going to read two pieces. One from Elizabeth Alexander, which of course you all know, the Venus Hottentot. She was honored by Cave Canem just last week. It was wonderful at Trinity Commons here in New York. Her sons were there. It was a really very, very nice event. As you know, Elizabeth Alexander has been with Cave Canem from its very beginning, about 30 years. And so it was a really wonderful event, well deserved. I'm going to read one piece from her and then the others from mine. This is called Painting. And she wrote this for Frida Kahlo. I've cropped the black hair Diego loves. The swatches swarm about my feet. I've cut a window in my forehead. See? Diego, skull and bones. Magenta, nighttime fever dreams. His walls and walls of scenes of work, brown women bare, female lilies. I am spider-eyed among monkeys. A year in bed, I still see blood in crimson, olive, orchid jade. Look at my heartbeat. See my veins. As I lie bleeding in the street, a woman's sack of gold dust splits, my bloody body gleaming gold. I wish I could have painted it. I will witness my own cremation because ash is as lovely as fire.
Mm.
Elizabeth Alexander, The Venus Hottentot. If you don't have it, please get it. She has several other books, but Elizabeth Alexander, wanted to give her credit for tonight's reading. And now I'm going to read from my book, Two Braids and a Bang. That's a picture of me as a child wearing two braids and a bang. Heather was talking about home. I was born in Manhattan, raised in the Boogie Down Bronx, and we lived in a private house, and across from us were the apartment buildings. And so this is called This Patch of My World. I never saw a pig roasted on a spit before. The man rolled out of his first floor apartment window. He looked like he'd done that before. Very nonchalantly, he began building something. Oh, he also reached into his window and brought out a whole pig with a stick straight through it. He was building something. He had a whole pig with a stick straight through it. I continued on my way to school. When I came home, the pig was roasting on the project's unmanicured, city-owned, chain-linked fenced lawn. Slowly, lovingly, mahogany brown and glistening was a pig roasting. Aluminum folding chairs, checkered picnic cloths, red and blue coolers filled with ice, bags with grape and orange drinks and beers were at bay in the shade, apparently ready replacements as beverages already chilled were drunk. This festive scene on the project's overgrown grass, filled with dandelion and discarded sandals, also contained a small impromptu dance hall where one was coupled or single. The aroma, the laughter, the children blowing bubbles, and the music flowing from the same window from which the man I saw earlier come changed this patch of my world. Now he shared with me a glimpse into another world, both his and theirs. It's nonfiction. That's what really I saw. This patch of my world, I'll never forget it. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Diane. That was amazing. Thank you. Welcome,
Hello,
Ike.
everyone. Sorry I'm late.
Great image, that pig.
I know the Bronx is like something. If you're born in, I'm not from the Bronx originally, but I feel like I am now. I've been here long enough. It's something about being, the blood of the Bronx, that stays with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Welcome,
still
Ike.
here.
Welcome, MTK. MTK is one of the members of the planning committee for Creative Expressions. Also, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Technical troubles, but I'm here.
We
So
understand.
I'm glad to see you. Welcome, Ike and Dara and Frida.
Oh, yeah.
If you today we, as you know, we normally have featured readers, but today It's just open mic. So you all are the featured readers today. So if you would like to read something, please put your name in the chat, and we'll give you 3 to 5 minutes. So next on our list is Sonia.
Okay. First, I want to tell Donnie, I really, really loved your piece. And I'm sorry the Tigers lost to the Brewers last night. Okay, this is called Civics Lesson. The chaos president needs a lesson in civics. He took an oath when he became president to, quote, protect and defend the Constitution. He doesn't understand the Constitution. He never read the Constitution. Sir, let me introduce the Constitution. The Constitution sets out a government with checks and balances. It establishes a legislature, an executive, and judges. It says that the legislature, the executive, and the judges are separate entities. The writers of the Constitution did not want the actions of the legislature, the executive, and the judges to be concentrated in one person, because that one person would be a king. And the writers of the Constitution definitely did not want a king. The Constitution starts with Article 1. Article 1 describes Congress. Article 1 does not describe the president. Article 1 says the Congress makes the laws. Article 1 does not say that the president makes the laws. Article 1 says that Congress declares war. The president can't declare war anytime he wants. Just an aside, the war in Vietnam led Congress to pass a law over the president's veto called the War Powers Act that specifically limited the president's ability to engage in foreign wars. Not going into the detail here. Article 1 says Congress has the power to impose tariffs. Just an aside, Congress has allowed the president to impose tariffs under certain circumstances. Next up, Article 2. Article 2 describes the executive. The executive is the president. Article 2 says the president's job is to take care that the laws be faithfully executed. The president doesn't make the laws, but he or she makes sure that the laws Congress passed shall be followed. Article 2 says the president can veto a law he doesn't like, but Congress can override the veto with a supermajority vote. Article 2 says the president is commander-in-chief of the Army and of the Navy, but he is not commander-in-chief of citizens. Article 2 never says the president can do whatever he wants. Finally, Article 3. Article 3 describes the judicial branch. Article 3 says there is a Supreme Court and lower federal courts as well. All of these judges are appointed by the president. They are not elected, but they are approved or disapproved by Congress. All of these judges are appointed for life, but they can be impeached. Article 3 says all of these judges consider cases involving the Constitution and the laws that Congress has passed. All of these branches check and balance each other. Article 2 checks Article 1 by vetoing bills. Article 1 checks Article 2 by overriding the veto. Article 3 checks Article 1 and 2 by deciding whether laws are constitutional or not. When Article 1 gives up its power to Article 2, we no longer have balance. When Article 3 says Article 2 has broad immunity for official acts, we no longer have balance. When Article 2 says I can do whatever I want, we definitely no longer have balance. When the United States no longer has a balanced government, the country spins out of control. We are a gyroscope out of control. We, the people, have to take control and restore our checks and balances. Thank you.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's wonderful. You know, I don't know. Are you trying to send us a message, Sonia?
Beautiful.
I'm trying to send somebody a message. I actually think I will print
Yeah.
that out and mail it to the White House. So I know only somebody in the
clear.
building will ever see it.
Yeah, no. Need to mail it to Congress because Trump is.
That too, yes. John Thune.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That was very
That
powerful.
was beautiful.
Thank you.
So clear.
So for the people reading, if you look at the notes or in the chat, you can also see people commenting in the chat. And of course, if you haven't put your name in the chat yet, but you would like to read, just put your name in the chat and we'll call you up. So next we have Maria.
Oh, I'm up here looking at the chat.
Hi. Hola, everybody. Beautiful to be here. 3 different pieces. Okay. Just about 10 days ago, we had the passing of Jane Goodall. So it reminded me of this poem that I had written a while ago when she was interviewed and she mentioned Tarzan. And when I was little, I loved Tarzan also. So this is a letter to Tarzan. Dear Tarzan, teach me how you learned from your she-ape mother to swing from the lianas freely till it was in your toes, to crown, to be one with the tree, the high canopy, your playground with brother chimps, shielded from the white hunters below. Thank you. And we were talking about home and Heather's piece, and the other pieces also. So this is found. Those green dishes piled up so neatly in the big antique shop. The green gleamed so that they stood out on the dark sideboard. She had seen those before, so she called out to the shopkeeper, "Depression glass?" He came right over and shone a flashlight on them, and they seemed to dance. It came to her then. There were some like that in that big rented house that had been their first home in this country. And then a year ago, with my oldest daughter, we went to back to Colombia for a cousin's wedding. So it's about a year. Welcome. The night we arrived in the historic town where the famous battle where the rebeldes beat the cannons and uniformed militias of the conquerors, we rushed to the main square, the cathedral to the left, the Casa Museo of the famous...
No. I was just complaining.
I'm sorry. I'm repeating. where the famous battle where the rebeldes beat the
I'm sorry,
cannons.
Maria, could you start that one over again?
Yeah. Okay.
Before you start, everyone, please mute the voice thing. Go ahead, Melody.
Okay, I'm starting again. Welcome. The night we arrived in the historic town where the famous battle, where the rebeldes beat the cannons and uniformed militias of the conquerors. We rushed to the main square, the cathedral to our left, the Casa Museo of the famous painter on the corner past the white adobe houses, the 12 musicians playing on the corner, that almost hymn, that cumbia that set us all to dance right there on the cobblestones. Colombia, tierra querida. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rhea. I always love your poetry. It always like takes me to a different place, you know? Like you're so descriptive. It's amazing. Um, so next we have Generalissimo. Uh,
Thank you very much. I just want to say you're doing a wonderful job, John. I've been coming to this, I think, since either 2020 or 2021 when Ron Mark Thompson told me about it, and it's always felt like a secret little home to me, like a little place where I can just come hang out, and like a coffee shop where you can just come hang out, open your computer up, and they don't really care how much coffee you drink as long as you're just nice to everyone. And I think that's the way this place is. It's a familial. It's got a real familial tone to it, and I really love it. And it makes me want to come take a trip to New York and only go to the Bronx.
Thank you, Jim.
Because I'm sure I could enjoy a week in New York and just be in the Bronx and have a wonderful time.
I'm sure you could too.
Okay, so the first poem is going to be in an anthology called You Got Poemed, and a woman named Sandra Feen, who is the previous Beat Poet Laureate of Ohio, put together a program where she just asked people to write a poem, either hand it to someone they know or to a stranger, or leave it in a public place. So I wrote this poem and about making food after going to the farmer's market. And I asked some of the vendors at the farmer's market if I could just put a copy of the poem next to the ingredients, and they allowed me to do it. So this is called Writing a Poem After a Relatively Productive Trip to the Farmer's Market. Sitting on a bench on a balmy, breezy day, I wipe sweat from my forehead with a paper towel I got from one of the vendors at the farmer's market. I bought fresh dill and curly parsley. I'll mix with paper-thin sliced mini cukes, mini zooks, and radishes into creamy goat cheese for an incredible bagel spread peppered with a dash of white pepper, lime zest, and finely chopped pickled, non-pink, artificial color-free white sushi ginger. I bolt a kohlrabi with thick leaves rising from its base that mimic collards. I think I'll make a slaw with the kohlrabi leaves and stems with thinly sliced red onion and multicolored carrots dressed with my signature coconut cream, whole grain mustard, and tamarind dressing, which also makes for a terrific sando spread. I'll cut the kohlrabi in wedges, spray the cut edges with Chinese black vinegar, and sprinkle on a mix of nutritional yeast, hemp hearts, ground coriander seed, cardamom, and allspice, then bake them till the top edge is charred. I'll toast a sesame bagel, spread some veggie herbs spread on both sides, then top one with an overhard egg and the other with a blackened portobello I roasted last night, which is in a Tupperware in the fridge and patiently waiting to be eaten. All that and a small side of roasted kohlrabi and slaw make for a yummy and healthy brunch. When a person skips breakfast, the first meal of the day is always brunch. The next poem is going to be in a upcoming anthology called Keeping the Flame Alive. And it's called, the title is I Think I Left a Butt Cheek at a Hotel in Sturbridge, Mass. I hope they didn't throw it away. To quote the inspirational poet Ray Jane, all pain can be breathed through. What happens when breathing is painful? When every ounce of air you inhale is laced with regret. When every single action in which you partake has an appropriate reaction that ain't the reaction you was looking for. When every time you look in the mirror, you are wearing a new mask that has been tattooed to your face. When you contemplate getting bionic glass eyes because you can never see anything that exists in the vicinity of right in front of your face. When trying only leads to more trying on what seems like an infinite loop, that seems like an infinite loop, and an infinite loop, and an infinite series of infinite loops ad infinitum, till you realize you are somehow subconsciously only half-assed trying everything you try, then you realize you might be addicted to only half-assed trying, and you discover there are no 12-step programs for only half-assed trying, and as a result, you actually decide to get up off your ass to find the other half of your ass so you can finally take a full breath. And I just want to do one more short one, if that's okay. It's called There's an Alas Caught in That Tree. I noticed the branches of a tree in a parking lot waving wildly in the wind as if they were the snakes atop Medusa's head, struggling to escape her destiny. It looked as if the tree thought it could will its roots to push hard enough to escape the ground, but the hold of the soil was stronger than the will of the tree. Alas, the trees need to find a more intrinsically congruous locale to rest its roots wasn't in the cards. As a poet, I find pleasure putting use to words like alas, words rarely used in the conversational lexicon. Such words were at home in Dickens novels, radio dramas, and black and white films, but now hang on for dear life in period theater productions, poetry, and crossword puzzles. Unlike the tree that is unaware it exists for the purpose of aesthetic landscaping that will never find a forest, I can find new homes for a few stray alasas. As a result, a word I write into a poem might just prevent an almost extinct word from being rooted into oblivion. Thank you.
Thank you, General Ismail. That was amazing. Your first poem made me hungry. I forgot that I hadn't had dinner yet. Now I want to go get Italian food. It's amazing. Thank you. So next we have Maria.
Hi, John. Thank you for inviting me, and hello to everyone. And I see Darren there, and Frida and Heather. Um, if I can, I do have two pieces, but one of them is by, she's no longer with us. Um, Her name was Brenda Bay. And I knew Brenda back in the 90s. Um, and this is from her book that was published by Blind Beggars Press. It's called Thoughts of an Everyday Woman, an Unfinished Urban Folktale. So this is called Traditions 3. There's always a man with a fist hitting a defenseless woman in the mouth, as Sillywood writes it. He's angry with the world more than himself. His dreams are more than nightmares. See him standing on his bed, waving his hands in the air, telling us not to judge him. Man, I got a piece of the rock. It's more than enough. I don't scream. I never cry. I am the one who carries the weight. We do not see his seams separate when a pink slip is put in his pay envelope. He wonders and worries how he can be a man because he lost his job. And we watch as he slowly falls apart, still believing in the American dream. Odes to Brenda. So this is something I wrote for one of the Rumba Garden things with Pregones Theater. It's called Earth Mother. Earth Mother, giver of life and taker, your children don't understand you. You have given them unconditionally. You have given yourself unconditionally throughout the centuries. We have worshiped you, made sacrifices to thank you, but always with the intention of taking from you. Yet you continue to give as you watch your sons and daughters forget that without you there is no life. We have cut into your roots, drilled into your bones to find the treasures that our fragile bodies need to sustain, live on the top side of your skin. We have experimented, taken pieces of you to create what we need with no thought to replace, replenish, restore you. Earth Mother, you are tired now. You are aging. In this time that you move your tectonic plates to adjust the enforced changes your children put on you, and they still don't listen. Our land is drying, dying. Our waters receding. Father Sun is broiling, yet we don't listen. We would rather race to create new inventions to survive, not understanding that we must heal. Earth Mother, I am sorry for what we do to you. For as much as we want to believe in the future, we are the future. We have made our errors, and now we must live with them. There will come a time when water will have more value than gold. Thank you.
Wow. I just had to pause for a moment there before I said anything. A lot of truth in that. There you go. Thank you very much. So next we have Heather.
Yes, I'm here. So I've decided to read a poem that I learned when I was in high school many, many moons ago. I knew it then, but I don't trust myself, so I have my little gadget here to tell me. The House by the Side of the Road. This is a poem written by a man called Sam Walter Foss, I guess. And that's his name. I don't know much about him except this poem. So I kind of I've taken this poem with me through life as a kind of my declaration of, kindness and generosity. And when I don't feel like it, I know that I live in this house by the side of the road, which is literally true about the place where I grew up in St. Kitts. The house by the side of the road. There are hermit souls that live withdrawn in the place of their self-content. Their souls like stars that dwell apart in a fellowless firmament. There are pioneer souls that blaze their paths where highways never ran. But let me live by the side of the road and be a friend to man. Let me live in a house by the side of the road where the race of men go by. The men who are good and the men who are bad, as good and as bad as I. I would not sit in the scorner's seat, nor hurl the cynic's ban. Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. I see from my house by the side of the road, by the side of the highway of life, the men who press with the ardor of hope, the men who are faint with the strife. But I turn not away from their smiles and tears, both parts of an infinite plan. Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. I know there are brook-gladdened meadows ahead and mountains of wearisome height, that the road presses on to the long afternoon and stretches away to the night. And still I rejoice when the travelers rejoice and weep with the strangers that mourn. Nor lived in my house by the side of the road like a man, in this case woman, who dwells alone. Let me live in my house by the side of the road where the race of men and women go by. They're good, they're bad, they're weak, they are strong, wise, foolish. So am I. Then why should I sit in the scorner's seat or hurl the cynic's ban? Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. Thank you.
That's amazing. Heather,
One of the old poems that we should never forget.
is that in iambic pentameter?
I guess that's what it is. Yes, pretty much. Yeah. And rhyme. And, I excuse him for the man thing, but it helps with the rhyme and, man and woman. It was it was at least published in 1847 or 1897. So it's been a while. So it's good to know that. And I learned that poem because my father bought a record in those days, the gramophone, and he bought a record of different poems read by American poets. And that was my first introduction to, the kind of poetry that we didn't read in a book that came from England, the
Yeah.
British poets. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it's interesting how it can be written so long ago and still apply today.
Yes, it's like,
Yeah.
certainly, yeah.
Thank you, Heather.
You're welcome. Pleasure.
Beautiful.
Next we have Jill.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to read the poem that I wrote for Heather's birthday, but didn't get a chance to read to her when we were at her party back over the summer. So here's to you, Heather.
Thank you. I love to hear it.
It was about the moon. You asked people to write about the moon
Yes.
because I think the moon was full that evening.
Yes.
So here it goes. Moon's face. The moon's shining face, whether full or sliver, welcome either way.
Yes, thank you. And there were haikus, right? I said something about
Yes.
haikus. Yeah. I'm so sorry we weren't able to read it then, but it was good. And I saw the moon the other night and I thought of it and said, oh, look at the moon. So that could go every month we get one, a full moon. So that's lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. This next one, I'm pleased to announce that it was published in a journal called Deep Times, the journal of the work that reconnects. It's my first poem to be published.
Wow.
And I would like to share it with you here.
Yeah.
And they're celebrating their 10th anniversary. And so the theme for the journal in honor of that was community. And it's called Fourth Season Sessions. Noon on Tuesdays, bathed in the Renaissance light that has settled gently upon the room, now that the morning sun has passed overhead. You gather in community with your weekly meditation group, exchanging fourth season shares, cultivating care and concern for one another, grateful to discover that despite outward appearance and circumstance, you all have life struggles, and they are similar, if not exactly the same. And there is comfort in that, as together you hold and give voice to what is uncomfortable. And there is humility in the realization that you are not alone.
Beautiful.
And then finally, I'd like to leave you with a little humor in these kinds of dreary times. It's a poem I wrote many years ago and expresses my feelings about Halloween. Once again, it's Halloween. Hope nobody rings my bell, 'cause I don't have any treats for tykes tricked out as fiends from hell. Not a single chocolate bar or waxy piece of candy corn. do I have to give away? They'd only leave my door forlorn. Uh-oh, I hear the pint-sized ghouls screeching outside in the hall, as with glee they tally up their Halloween candy haul. Darn, I've stubbed my stupid toe, racing for the TV set. Gotta turn the volume down, 'cause I don't wanna let the kiddies know I'm here, sitting just as still as death. A mummy never stood as still. I don't dare draw a breath. Nope, not until the coast is clear, those mini goblins tucked in bed, will I even move a hair on my crabby little head. Thank you.
Well, it's that time again soon.
Bah, humbug.
That was a good one. Lighthearted.
Good and true. I've been in many Halloweens with you.
Right on point, Jill. I
It's
do that.
It's interesting that I live in a Muslim neighborhood. There's a masjid like 200 yards away from me, and we don't really have too many trick-or-treaters. They go to the stores mainly,
Yeah.
but they don't really,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry to say, I miss the Christmas lights. We don't have Christmas lights either.
You don't have Christmas, what?
No, what
Really?
I'm saying is that my neighborhood is they call it
Yeah,
actually
so
Little
no, you
Yemen.
wouldn't have it.
They actually call it Little
Wow.
Yemen, but they also have Muslims from all over the world. And as a matter of fact, when during the summer, when the young Bangladesh officer was killed, it was like thousands of people. Everybody was out, and I didn't think to bring my camera, but there were Muslim women huddled on the steps of the church. That would have been a good picture. But yeah, no, there's not no Halloween treats.
No, no. But
Very
I
little.
think you get to go to the Id festival at the end of Ramadan.
Where's that? What is that? The It Festival?
Oh, the Id festival at the end of Ramadan. There's a big festival that many Muslims.
Yeah.
Oh, like EID. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're out there
Yeah.
hugging and kissing each other in the street. It's like a mess. Really different.
But it's a beautiful tradition too, at the same
Yes,
time.
it is.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, we have to just pray for peace.
Absolutely.
I didn't want to bring all that up, but I'm just saying, no, ghouls are not bringing my door these days.
Oh. But thank you, Jill.
Yes.
So next up we have Kara.
Hello, everybody. Is it possible to screen share? I was gonna try. Oh, it looks like it's working. Cool. Because I wanted to show you a couple visual poems today. Oh, I guess I just ended it. Did I just end it? No. Can you see it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, okay. My view of you all is interesting. I guess you can, I don't know why. All right. So this one is a one-page little comic. Yeah, and I'll just kind of read them. You teach me how to hold you softly, tightly, to coo I love you, to squeeze you long and gently. We take bad selfies. The close-up is love in my face. You never grow old, your nose worn with kisses.
Oh, I like that. Nice.
Thanks. And then in honor of National Coming Out Day, love is queer, babe, and I can only love you as much as I love us, her, him, all the me's in between. Here's another one of my dolls in the window exploring her reflection. and another one of my dolls in a imaginary dreamlike world where the two of them meet um, at the edge of the sea, and the fairy needs a way to meet the mermaid, so she gets on a tube and they play in the sea together. This is a little poem, Fighting a Blessing. It's okay to love emotional support animals to handhold. It's okay to want child-proof gloves. It's okay to need your security blanket. It's okay to need a crutch. It's okay to embrace the trust fall. Um, and then another little painting I wanted to share, which I just did actually, um, of my Build-A-Bear who is trans. So I share his story for coming out day as well. And here's his proud photo of him with the painting. And then my final little comic about his coming out story. When they came out of the closet, I just knew they had something to tell me. He is trans. And that's all I've got.
Wow.
Thank you.
Tara, I just want to say one of the pieces just reminds me of Marc Chagall a little bit, the one with the rubber flamingos, the way it swirls around, and I'm a lover of Chagall painting.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you see the play? There was just a play at the New York Theater of the New City about
No.
Chagall. It was a really neat little play.
I have to really keep up with that. They have a lot of opportunities for writers. And one day you and I are going to get together because I have a real serious, powerful and profound trans story for you to share. Okay? One day we'll run into each other, maybe
Yes,
before or
definitely.
after Writers in Bloom.
Sounds good.
Kara, is the Theater of the New City in the East Village?
Yes, I believe
Yes, it's on what is that? Is it First Street?
Yeah.
I think
First
that
Street between
when I
9th
lived in
and
New
10th.
York, when I lived in New York from 93 to 95, I think I went to a couple of plays there. I remember because it was like all black on the inside and it was just a spectacular place. There was a lot of like one person shows that I went to at that time.
Yeah,
I
it's First
remember that
Street.
place.
Yeah.
First Avenue.
How
Okay.
long ago? It's still there. Still
It's First Avenue, people.
First Avenue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's over in the I guess they call that. I'm not sure if that's near Alphabet City.
I think it is. I know you take the L train. That's what I know. Transfer to the L train and get off at First Avenue, and it's right there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, and it's also by a great Italian bakery called Veniero's, where you can get the most divine cakes or ice cream and coffee. So, yeah.
I only know about the pizza shop, which I think is one of the best that I've had, just on the corner. But I don't remember seeing the we have to go there, go find that cake shop.
So Victor Vauban, a few years ago would join John's workshops in Westchester Square, and Leslie Nawaz, poet Nawaz, and I went to one of his plays last. I don't really know how long ago, but it was like 4 or 5 months ago. It just seems, I think it was fall. And we went to see one of his plays. It really gives a lot of opportunity to writers that don't fall into the madness of the madness of Midtown. So it's a nice place for opportunity, expression.
I went there earlier this year to see. Next month we're going to have Austin Alexis as one of our featured readers. And he had also, in addition to being a poet, a playwright. And I went to one of his plays there a few months ago. It's a wonderful place. Um, Also, I wanted to mention Angela put in the notes that if any folks have upcoming events or written works they'd like to promote, please put them in the chat. And if you haven't already put your name in the chat and you would like to read, uh, please put your name in the chat. So next up we have Kim.
Oh, thank you. Hi, everybody. I just want to switch my poem. I was going to read something else, but I have this little fuzzy guy. This little squirrel. And so when Kara was reading her poem, I thought about my squirrel. I don't know if my squirrel is trans yet, they haven't told me. But I'm going to read my squirrel poem. And so if you all are hearing this squirrel poem, I read it at JP's event, but I feel like my squirrel poem now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So I stand with one foot in tomorrow. My desk is cluttered with half eaten, half finished, half loved, half written halves. The friendly, wild little brown squirrel that is my brain wants so much to help me to thrive. Always saying, stop, start, stop, stop, start that, stop this. Let's do this now, or that. Not knowing what mothering feels like, the brown squirrel announces that I'll do it with you. Remember who loves you. You got any acorns, Kim? I got you, Kim. Let's paint a blue sky scene. Only the squirrel wants to make everything blue, and then in the next breath says, oh, no. Let's make everything lush green. Before the paint hits the brush, my little squirrel wants to teach me to tap dance like a hoofer, like my dad was, wants to Google where to get tap shoes on the cheap. It's when the little brown squirrel throws a cup of sand on my hardwood floors and screams, challenge! The squirrel does a little dance, more of a spinning soft shoe than a buck and a wing, then screams even louder, the winded this time, challenge! Like she has taught me something. I don't know how to turn her off. I beg her, let's not start something new. Let's switch from old writing to old writing to old writing to old writing until we complete something, please. Challenge! She's mad now, y'all. Got her feelings uptight, talking about that time she saved me from losing my own sweet, soft darkness. She calls me ungrateful. She says she has been running this route before I knew my ABCs. She says it with a flip of a tongue that says, shut the hell up, Kim. I try another approach. I say, hey. I say, hey, you know what I need? She slows down for a tenth of a second, fully alert in posture, chomping at the bit on a peanut she's eating out of the shell. She says, what you need, Kim, what you need, Kim, what you need, Kim, what you need, Kim, what you need, Kim. I want to say, I need you to slow the hell down, but I bite my tongue. I ask her if she could run down without me. She says, I asked her if she could run downtown without me. And she says, sure, I got you, sure, I got you. What you need? I tell her I need new bedding, a comforter, a combo with the sheets included. I know this is too heavy for her to carry. I know she will not think about this fact until she has purchased the bedding and is forced to drag it out of the store into a cab, out of the cab and forced to stand on it to ring our doorbell. At first, I will not answer the door. That will buy me a few hours of peace and quiet. She may never realize that she has been tricked. The thought will only last for a second. And I will take the time to soothe and comfort my writing. I will finish that poem, that blue, green, red, hot, sexy one. Only I remove all those blues and all those green lines. Take all that choppiness out. Let it flow until it sizzles. Next, I'll put my feet up. I'll listen to singers like Odetta and India Arie. I sing along. The squirrel slips in an upstairs window and finds me. Exhausted, I pick her up too. Make a space for her to rest. She will be tired. Her fur, wet, lies flat on her face. We love each other like this. In the pause, every day now, she attempts to help me with three things at once, always, until I say, you know what I need? And she says, what you need? And she jumps up and says, say, Kim, what you need? What you need? What you need, Kim? Kim, what you need? Kim, Kim, what you need? What you need? I ask her if she'd like to go downtown and return all that bedding. That helps me to get some writing done. Until this time, she says in a small, real calm voice that I've never heard before, Kim Kim, would you mind terribly if I get a good night's sleep and start again first thing in the morning? She too has been slowing down. She's been sleeping a lot lately. She smiles more. We sleep and we write and we write and we sleep and we sleep. Sometimes my little squirrel sits on my shoulder, proofreading my work. This I hate. Now this I hate. She offers in a fast-paced succession. You know what I think, Kim Kim? You know what I think, Kim 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 Kim? You know what I think? I think the story should be better told if I was the main character, but make me taller and make me smarter and make it 1999 in the Congo. No, Ghana, no, Barbados. And I'm younger and make me the hero. Write the story in layers, lean into sophistication. No, wait, I got an idea. I got a new idea. Kim, I got an idea. She slips out the kitchen window for an emergency foraging moment. I have asked her to stop hoarding trash in our space. She drags a used gray t-shirt into the house and stuffs it into a bulging closet, then says, Kim, you know what else I think? We need to paint watercolors. Get up, Kim. Let's do this damn thing. I ask her if she wants to help me, the poet. What you need? Kim, what you need? What you need? Wait a damn minute. She stops. Her beady eyes study my face. She said, you don't need any sheets, do you? Because if you need sheets or a comforter or matching throw pillows or anything like that from downtown, I'm the wrong squirrel. Thank you.
That was beautiful, Kim Kim. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. So next up we have Dara.
Hey everyone, I miss you all. Sorry I haven't been around lately, but life is running me over. So two new pieces. The first one, even this title goes nowhere, and that is the thing. The thing is, this makes no sense. I mean, the thing is not designed to. See, the thing about the way we made this place to be is that the thing that keeps us distracted is that thing that keeps us distracted, playing with the things, thinking we are processing as the thing spins in place. We spin in place, out of control. The thing is a hamster wheel, and we are stuck on the thing. This thing, it's maddening. What was the thing they say? Two steps forward, two back. And that's the thing. The dance has us stuck in place. This place, the thing, the rumors, it's all Godot. Or was it Holden's the thing? Or what was Holden's the thing? You know, the thing that made him a deeper thinker, or the thing that made him certifiable? The ticket or the ducks? The thing was about the ducks in winter. What is the thing with them? Are they frozen in the lake? Do the things ever flee? Or are they too, like us, trapped by the thing they've called life? Is this even life? Well, that's the thing, the philosopher's question. What is the thing that keeps us going? There is no true path. This is a path. This is the thing that will drive us mad. I am so mad at the thing I never asked to be part of. But Prince said the thing is a mighty long time, a long time spinning around the thing in the sky. They say it's gravity's fault. But the thing is, no one notices the gravity of it all. This damn thing is going nowhere. This thing keeps going even when we stop. The thing never stops, never pauses. And I guess that is the thing. So that was something fun I played with the other day. And this is new, if I find it. Okay. I think I wrote this like yesterday or 2 days ago. I was traveling at a a retreat of poets because it wasn't really a writing retreat. We wrote once, but it was a bunch of poets retreating out of New York City and out of our own respective areas and having a good time together. So this is what I saw my way back when I got back to the city. The fall sun overhead as it was to be at 12 p.m. The weather warm for October. On the corner, 31st and 8th Avenue, I stood saying farewell to a fellow poet traveler while debating how I'll get home. Greyhound buses and yellow taxis in line next to the post office. A Latin woman approaches asking if people need an Uber, reminiscent of the livery cabs on 231st Street. She pointed to her sedan with a sign in it. No one bites. We've already ordered our own, and that's not how their service works. Cars clutter the intersection. People crowd the side and crosswalks. New York moves like it's hyperventilating. Speedy movements, soft breaths, anxiety hovering in the center. Everything and everyone rushing like blood through capillaries, never taking in any real air. Circular yet connected. The city pants. All eyes are upward at the buildings or directly ahead at their destinations or seeking dopamine in cell phones. The city sings its sweet song of horns, laughter, cursing, and busking. Having seen this scene too many times, my eyes drop low. It is my nature to look to my feet. And there she was, a weathered Black woman sitting in the intersection, outside of the concrete median, one wide turn from finality. With doldrum eyes and a weighted posture, she pleads with passerbyers, or so it seems. I was not in earshot, but I could read her agony still. I could not assist. The $156 disability provides has led to my request for community support, digital version of her pleads. As my nomadic belongings are tossed in a car trunk, I question, was she an aberration of an ancestor, a proselytizing prophet, my future's prediction? Or was she to serve as a reminder? Under the blinding lights are the shadows, and there are those existing in the shadows, even under the bright sun. So that's what I got for y'all. I miss y'all, like I said, on Halloween. Let me see if this is the right link. Oh yeah, so this is taking you to Facebook because I don't know the real link. But on Halloween, I'm doing a book thing reading in Brooklyn. So that'll take you to the link to give you that information for it. It's daytime, so I know that's a Friday, but it's like 1 to 3. So it's a short event out in Brooklyn. And then if you haven't paid attention, because I did a very bad job of actually promoting myself because of why I thought I was Beyonce and I could drop a book and people would just get it. That's not how that works for average people. So I'm going to drop the link to my latest book. It was nominated for a Best 2025 Book Award with the company that I traveled with. I did not win, but it was still great to be there. So I will drop that when I find the share button.
Thank you so much, Dara. Amazing poetry, like always. I'm just checking to see. So I see the one link that you put in there, but you'll be dropping the other one just in just a minute. All right. Thank you very much. Beautiful. So next we have Frida.
Yes, I'm just coming through from Dara. Dara, we got to celebrate you. This is you're dropping books like candy out in the street. We have to celebrate this.
I
This is nice.
decided I wasn't supposed to win this year. The person who needed to win because it was like the anniversary of her mom's passing. And so I was like, she needed to win that day. But I'm gonna win next year because I'm gonna drop my next book that's tied to this one a little bit. So I'm already on it.
Okay. All right. So I have 2 pieces that I wish it was more upbeat, but I'm just a few people who have come on before know that I started feeling very isolated during the COVID from 2021. And I wrote a few poems and kind of like feeling isolated, almost like I was one of the people on the ark. So this is Ark's story. Most of us have left the ark. Only I linger, closed off from the world, in darkness inside, rain pounding. We were living inside a drum, cubits, tightly fitted wood, tightly fitted family. It mattered what my sister felt, or the smile of my brothers when they played the lyre for the patriarch, and cousins and nephews, their dramas, hopes, and goals, how each grabbed hold of the rainbow when it finally appeared, ran off with their chosen color, and I saw with satisfaction the eagle nest they built on separate trees. My own nestlings dropped and swooped, finding their wings strong, and me peering through the jagged, splintered hole, hacked out once our vessel bottom scraped land. I'm still inside the ark, arched ceiling, mysterious vistas, inside because it's cozy, and I'm a bit fearful and a bit tearful, seeing the color drain slowly, my siblings' hair, and the memory of my mother's voice crackles like a yellowed newspaper. Memories of rotary phones and beloved trips to thrift stores. And I find myself, like her, grasping onto shopping carts for support, accepting, but still shocked that now there's no one to shop for. And let me see if I can get that one. This one, yeah, I'm still writing ARC stories. Who knows? This one is called ARC as a storage unit. And it's the way I'm approaching this writing is that I don't do too much editing. I just kind of let things flow intuitively, how I'm feeling. And so my nephew, my sister's only son, buried his father, who, by the way, originated from St. Kitts, Heather, and on the 30th of September, and was found passed away on September 4th. And I kind of webbed my grief in this poem. Cargo sometimes ferments in the hole and needs to air out. A loss. In the morning hours, I roll through memories, gathering scraps of moments, my nephew's soul snatched. We thought we had given him enough. Tools, weapons, steel, coins, and elixirs to last the journey to the river Styx. His mother had bought expensive sailcloth to weather the 8 winds. Hidden waves assail us all. Our family hands nestle protection, our heraldry, our shields. The entire family is on this ship, ancient with layered amphorae, rolls of silken reunions, guitar councils, piles of precious memories. So in my head, flash moments. Nephew at 10 or 12, pulsing out the entire tube of his mother's Jean Naté French tanning potion onto the side of the backyard pool. The pricey pile orange marmalade. Why so much anger in a child? True, there were many other sacrifices, attempts to provide the best of everything. But what one thinks one should do or be is not aligned with what one wants or needs. 2 wills, uneven oars. To make it across this treacherous and vast water world, we must pull through seas at the same rate and energy. Otherwise, the equation fails. For this aging auntie, one moment stands out. Our family always swam abreast in the ocean. We would line up and dodge the waves. lined up in neck-high waters, leaping up the swells cold and strong. I didn't have the strength and asked my strong nephew to help me back to shore, and he did. And that poem is for Sean.
Thank you so much, Rita. I'm so sorry about your nephew passing away. Yeah. And I love your stream of consciousness poems. They're beautiful.
Me and Virginia Woolf.
Yeah.
I used to have to write papers.
Thank you. So next we have Angela.
MTK is next.
Oh, I'm sorry, MP.
Yeah. It's all right. My Wi-Fi is spotty, so I'm
Okay.
playing the background.
Hello, everyone. While everybody was reading, this is what I felt and saw. I'm sitting here listening to essence of each one of our creative expression NYC family. Music flows through this as each speaks what we know to be true. Shaking our heads, yet the calmness of each voice I hear. Love and respect. I love how we blend poets, storytellers sharing, and writers and artists. Amazing eyes they had. You see the colors of this world. So much respect my heart and soul has for each and every one of you. It's church up in here. Hallelujah. My grandson, he gave me a cat. She was 2 months old. He gave it to me on my birthday. So at first I named her Santos, but I went to get her, food and at the pet store, and he said, no, she's a girl. So I don't know. But anyway, since she's the new addition, I wrote this for my baby. No, I'm not in love with her, but I'm just saying. Santana for a kitty, and so cute too. But Kitty, you are a bully. A kitty bully who was born in August. So now you're 3 months old. No doubt, I'm glad you are here. And you, Santana, Tigeress King, belongs to me. Welcome home, baby. I always write short and.
So she's a Leo.
Yes. And Heather, I'm Virgo, so we got issues already.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought I have a lot of Virgo friends.
We have issues. We can get along, but.
So she's a girl.
And now she knows how to climb, guys.
Ah. Oh,
And
that's...
she, and she was like stretched out on my pillow. Like, wait, hold up. No.
Is she nearby?
Will she ask? Let me see if I can get her. I'll be right back. She's right.
Hey, anything goes here.
Come on, you gotta say hello.
I mean, we saw the squirrel and we saw the dolls, right?
Can you see her?
Oh,
Her name is Santana.
Oh, wow.
hello.
Oh,
Like,
beautiful.
yeah, you display me to the world.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh,
That's right.
sweet.
Yeah, whatever. Told her today, I don't love you, so don't get it twisted. Okay, maybe I was lying, just poquito. Maybe.
It's interesting how a cat you can't tell if they're male or female. It's really hard to tell.
Thank you.
But a doctor or a vet
I
has to kind
believe
of
my
tell you.
grandson,
Yeah.
when I went to get her, I said, what is it? Boy, girl. He said, it's a boy, Grandma.
Cats don't show that like other animals do. Thank you, MTK.
You're welcome.
Angela, did you want to read now? Oh, guess we lost Angela. Oh, did you want to read your
Sorry,
piece?
I didn't mean to do that. I meant to unmute. No, I keep getting kicked off, so I'm not gonna share this time.
Right.
Oh, no.
Well, I think. So is there anyone else that hasn't read yet that would like to read? Okay, Ike.
Hi, hello everybody. So I'm new, I'm totally new, but Frida knows me and John knows me.
And I know you, Ike.
And you know me, and Heather knows me, yes. So I'm a visual artist mainly, and also a poet, I guess multi-hyphenate artist. So I'm gonna read a poem it was kind of the theme of a exhibition that I just did, John came. And the theme of the exhibition was called Running Through Hell in a Gasoline Dress, which is how I feel right now, having kind of a hard time with these times. So this is a poem that is my attempt at a sestina form, but it's also a blues, and it's a blues from deep in my DNA. So it goes like this. Soon as I got off the ship, they put me in the dress. Made out of jellied heat, a web of gasoline slip. Then they lit the strap and told me, girl, outrun the flame. Yellow girl running with hair in flame, trying to get back to the ship. Got my yellow ass out of hell before the strap ignites an explosion on my dress. Running like the devil, I try to slip into something light and to cool the heat. Trying to dodge that fire's white heat, my skin chars, barbecuing in the flame of hell, and me a succulent slip of a girl with a body all ship-shaped with a big ass and high, hard breasts. I dress the burns that blister under the strap. If they catch me, they'll beat me with a strap, bind me to their posts and watch the heat make the sweat pus while the dress burns, then explodes in flames, incinerating me, obliterating the ship from memory. But I give them the slip. I get away running along the slip when the devil loops a strap around my neck. He calls his shipmates, his demon face burning heat. Catch that yellow girl. My heart flame with fear. I got to lose this dress. Can I will myself to outrun this heat? My desire to live a raging flame. I will survive this heat. I'll steam up the ocean and find my ship. Swimming to my ship in my gasoline dress. Float away from the heat. Holding a strap of hope, I escape hell's flames. Okay, so I have one more short piece that is silly. Okay, so back in the day, they had little poetry tiles, little magnetic poetry tiles that you could stick to like your refrigerator. So I stuck them to my refrigerator, and this is what happened. It's called Message from the Refrigerator Door. Green dance dream, his pretend cloud there. Leave the bounce, Candy, my boy. We girl behind you, skin kid by the pig rainbow. Bring galoshes for Prince, but Slime said whisper. We will walk in the yellowing rain, believe, play cool as pool and love, sail a slow dark moon, live cold music, teach her to remember the monkey monster.
Thank you, Ike. That was amazing. Very powerful and funny.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where did you get these poetry tiles?
I don't remember. Somebody gave them to me. They came in a box.
They were actually phrases or words, separate
They were words. They were separate words. So you take the word and stick it up. So I would stick up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then just move them around.
I
And then
remember
the whole
that.
thing came. I said, okay, this is a message, remember the monkey monster.
Well, that sounds
Yeah,
really good. So, it's a big help.
Very magnetic.
Thank you.
I think it's like these, right? It's like these. They kind of stick on the refrigerator.
That's right. That was what they are. That was what they are. And you stick them right up on the refrigerator.
Yeah, and they have a magnet on the back.
Yes, that was it. Oh my God. I don't know. 3 times I don't know what happened to the ones I had, but I love them.
And that's called
There we go.
poetry
Magnet.
tiles?
This is the company.
Magnetic
poetry kit.
That's right.
Oh,
that is
okay.
it. That is it. Thank you, Kim.
I think you used to get them at bookstores.
Uh-huh. Somebody gave it to me, I think, and I don't know how or why, but there it was.
Yeah, magnetic poetry kits. I'm Googling it. Okay. Amazon sells it, although
Amazon has
it.
Wow.
Yeah, if I have a poem up on the refrigerator with that, but it's dirty, so I won't read it.
Okay.
We can handle the heat.
I give you permission. I give you permission, Mr. Maney.
Just get him a squirrel. Kim, let him borrow that squirrel. He'll be all right.
I have a squirrel poem, don't I, Diane?
Ike is a amazing artist. Also, if you want to check her out on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see some of her artwork out there.
Thank you. It's Ike_art29. And you can see a lot of stuff. They kind of go with this poem, and there was a drawing that goes with this poem, but since I don't know how to screen share, I wasn't going to attempt.
Oh, it's really easy. Next time.
Yeah. But these poems are from a book that I am editing called In the Cut. And it's going to be poems, and my drawings go with
Well, that's going to be beautiful.
Thank you. I'm gonna put it out myself too. I don't know what else.
Yes, I hear you.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Great.
Please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody so far, that is shared. I wonder, does anyone have if you have shared already, but you have a piece that you just really didn't get a chance to share and you would like to share, just raise your hand.
Yeah, we have about 10 minutes.
Okay, MTK.
Killer, you sure you don't want to try it?
And after MTK, we also have Dania's a poem that he would like to share.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that should be it. Yeah, 3.
Well, that's one poem.
One poem, yeah.
Did you want to share, MTK?
I don't know which one to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay, something funny and silly. How about that one?
Okay.
Don't hold this against me. Y'all know I can hear y'all saying, of course we won't hold this against you. So please enlighten us, MTK. Okay, I will. I didn't know that mayonnaise was made from milk. Did y'all know? I have been cooking since the age of 12 and did not know this new slash old information I just learned today. Make you laugh. I thought mayonnaise was made from eggs and couldn't figure out how did the yolk turn white to make mayo. Maybe the oil helps. I think today I know it's milk all the time. I am so laughing at myself. So when I make potato, macaroni, and egg salads, and let's not forget my favorite deviled eggs, or any sandwich, or tuna fish, chicken salads, or are made from mayonnaise, which is really milk. We put on all the above. I am so twisted right now. True story. I had my family crying.
All right, let me see. Hand raised.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, MTK. You have a short one, Donnie?
I call rebellious.
How do you raise your hand?
I'm the start of the New Testament, and I admit I'm an industry plant for the Holy Plant. Just saying, no parables. Speaking it plainly so you can understand. To all my fans, keep doing what you're doing. The rest of y'all, I guess I'm not fooling. I told my dad that we couldn't get all of y'all, and he got mad and took it out on all of y'all. And I'm the one who had to take one for the cause. Pause. Think about this. How an all powerful know it all can exist and have regret at the same time. Somebody lying and I wouldn't doubt mankind. It's about time. I know I'm late. It's my second coming. Fix me a plate. The last supper that I had, it was kind of awkward. We didn't have no drink, so I offered my blood, and they really drunk it. I was just joking. Mind blowing. The other day, somebody asked me where is Enoch. I told him Pops put him someplace with the door locked. Why you so shocked? It's in the scripts, you gangsta. As for thy, cast out and got my own tabernacle. I got shit to tackle, rebuilding this debacle, but he regretfully gave me powers about to take back what's ours. For that I am called rebellious. Thank you.
Thank you, Donnie. Thank you. You have a short one, Generalissimo?
Thank you very much. This is called When a Cliche I Used in More Than One Poem Came to Life. I pulled into the driveway well after 11 p.m. There was a deer standing in my side yard with a crabapple sticking halfway out of its mouth. It stared straight at me, not moving a millimeter. The glow of the headlights made its fur look as if I were to touch it, it would feel like running my hand across a soft velvet couch. I thought it was a doe because it had no antlers, and I thought it might be a young buck that had yet to develop antlers. It stared straight at me, not moving a millimeter. Its eyes were opened as wide as possible. I thought if I were to get out of the car to take a photo, it might charge at me. It stared straight at me, not moving a millimeter. I stared back at it. It stared straight at me, not moving a millimeter. I stared back at it. I was in a surreal staring contest with this majestic creature with a crabapple sticking halfway out of its mouth. I reached for the garage door opener. The door loudly creaked and squeaked. I turned the steering wheel ever so slightly. I turned my head. The deer was not there. I drove into the garage. I turned off the engine. I closed the garage door. When the door shut against the concrete garage floor, I realized that for the first time in my life, I had witnessed a deer in headlights.
Bravissimo. So your hand is up, Frida. Do you have a short one to read? Oh, you're muted.
All right.
Oh, you're still muted. Oh, wait.
I'm just going I just had it in my hand and it was really cool. Anyway, if I can't see it right away, you're gonna have to wait till next time. But it was a tribute to Ray Charles. But I found another one, and so I'm gonna read it. So this one, I don't know whether people can see. Nah, okay, you can't. It's a book that I got when I was living in Northampton, Massachusetts, and it was a really down to earth, funky place with old bookstores where you could find real treasures. And I found this one by Bob Kaufman. And he was one of the people who hung out with all those cool beat guys in City Lights in San Francisco. I don't know whether you guys have ever even, thought about that, but that kind of poetry really influenced me when I was in college. And I was fascinated with the Subterraneans. I can't even remember the name of the person who wrote the Subterraneans, but I'm going to read this one real quick, and I might only read half of it because it's a little bit long and I promised you short. And it's called Walking Parker Home, and it's a jazz poem, and it's about Charlie Parker. And if you could see this book and see all the different coffee stains and that it's falling apart, and it only costs $1.50. It's a real relic. Sweet beats of jazz impaled on slivers of wind. Kansas black morning, first horn eyes, historical sound pictures on new bird wings. People shout, boy alto dreams, tomorrow's gold bell pipe of stops of future blues times. Lurking Hawkins, shadows of Lester, realization, bronze fingers, brain extensions seeking trapped sounds. Ghetto thoughts, bandstand courage, solo flight, nerve-wracked suspicions of newer songs and doubts. New York altar city, black tears, secret disciples, hammerhorn pounding soul marks on unswinging gates. Culture guides, mob sounds, visions of spikes, panic excursions to tribal jazz wombs and transfusion, heroin nights of birth and soaring over boppy new ground, smothered rage covering pyramids of notes spontaneously exploding. In that jazz corner of life, wrapped in a mist of sound, his legacy, our jazz tinted dawn, wailing his triumphs of oddly begotten dreams, inviting the nerveless to feel once more that fierce dying of humans consumed in raging fires of love. And that's by Bob Kaufman. And I don't know, somehow what I was getting from that has to do with all the chaos that's happening now and all the different people at odds with one another, and somehow we have to find love.
Yep. Maybe music can may be the way, you know? Music and
Definitely. And writing too.
I
You gotta sing or run,
yeah.
paint, and just be easy.
Yeah.
Because to me, everything that is happening, they didn't learn when they had to build that boat for 40 days and night. And look, come on now.
It's interesting right now with Bad Bunny gonna be with doing the Super Bowl show, and the right-wing people done lost their mind over it. But you know what?
Yes.
He has millions of people in America that they might not even speak Spanish, but his music touches them anyway.
But do they understand? Oh my God. Puerto Rico is a part of America, so I don't get it.
If nobody else has a poem to read, I'd like to end on this note. A poem I call Psalm.
Yes, please, Heather.
You know, we could fall in the pit of the idiocy that is going on, but I try to pull myself out of it to get some fresh air and think praise. So that's what this is. Praise for resilience we muster to resist the wrongs we face, and for those lurking in shadows, their tentacles invisible and deadly, for freedom from fear of the unnamed foe. Praise for poets and their songs of courage. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Praise for the courage to step out of bed each day, walk each path with aching, swollen feet, for faith to pray pain away at nights, and strength to bear it when the healing's slow, for the times we get up after we've fallen, for the strong arms that lift us to our feet, for confidence that returns after a while. Praise for friendships that soothe healing, and for healing for those that wound. Praise for poets and their songs of calm. I'm going to leave it there.
Amazing.
Thank you, guys. Oh, I forget.
I
We
I
turn it
just
over to
can I just say thank you so much. I feel like you all put me in a beautiful old-fashioned candy store of love words,
Oh, that's
and we
wonderful.
only had to pay a penny for each word.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you, Aiki.
You were amazing today. Everybody was.
Yes.
You know,
Everybody.
it's like I said, well, you know, everyone's a featured reader today.
Yeah.
Or that we don't have just certain feature readers, and everybody stepped up.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Seriously.
You know, amazing reading. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Thank you, Heather, for 7 years of it going, you know.
The CEO.
Yeah.
I'll be here holding up your hands, John,
No,
with the rest of the committee. Could you tell us about next month?
Right. So next month we're going to be at Dada in Queens.
Yes.
And we have Austin Alexis. We have Aliyah Abdullah Mata. And we have what is it? I forgot the third one's name.
I wrote it in the thing.
Anyway, it's going to be an amazing. We're going to be sending out an email with everybody's name.
David Mills.
Mills. David Mills. I can't believe I forgot David Mills.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
He's an amazing poet. Believe
Well, I thought it was a girl, so.
No, David Mills. Yeah, Ali Abdullah Mata and Austin Alexis, who just had a book come out last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I see something here about Diane's book. I had stepped away when she started, so I don't know if she had said it. Right, Diane? Are you still here? Yeah, she has a book that is out, and it's on the chat, so you might want to see the chat and peruse it.
Yeah.
Do
And
you have a
this is
date
being
for the
recorded.
next creative expressions?
Yes, it's we do have a date. It's the second let me see what the second
Second Sunday
in November at the 9th.
Right.
Okay.
And if you haven't been to
Yeah.
Dot, it's a beautiful
It's
poetry.
lovely, yeah. And they let us use it for free, so we are very thankful for that space. I know it's a little hard to get out there, but you know, let us know if you want to come and you have an issue. We are thinking of organizing something, you know, that's not too expensive. So let us know if
I'd like that.
that's your issue. Because it's a long way on the trains on a Sunday, you know. So
And also, we have a YouTube page. Today's reading will be on the YouTube page, so that if you want to check that out, maybe give us a day or two, and you'll see it up there, along with a bunch of other readings that we've done for this year.
And what did they say? Like the page or subscribe, whatever the lingo
Right,
is.
like the page is subscribed
related
to
to that.
Creative Expressions NYC on YouTube.
Yes.
So thank you all for being here today. This has been amazing as always. I can't wait to see you next time and hear the beautiful work that you've
Hopefully at Dada, right?
right.
Yes.
And then
So,
what's the YouTube page? The YouTube is Creative Expressions.
Creative Expressions NYC.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And anybody who wants to, we have a generative writing workshop because we had to shut down at the finca a little bit early because they did some construction. It's amazing improvement. They put
Beautiful.
gravel paths and so forth, but we're going to continue once a month.
Oh, you just
Online, right?
muted there. There, okay.
Okay.
Online, right?
Yeah, you contact me. Anybody who knows, my email is really easy. It's my name at Gmail, Free Grace. I'm Frida Grace Jones. So it's freegrace.jones at Gmail.
FREE, right?
No, FR1E.
Okay.
Well,
I thought, okay, that
but
makes
just,
sense.
you know, also I'm on Facebook. You can just message me, Frida Grace Jones. And don't let anybody else tell you anything else, because that was somebody that was trying to take my identity on Facebook.
Well,
Oh,
welcome. Yeah, welcome. Welcome. They tried to take mines too.
Yeah.
I have to
And,
sign off. Everybody have a wonderful
Thank you
week.
for coming,
And it's good
Maria.
to see you.
Maria,
Take care.
one thing,
Bye-bye.
Maria.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just letting you know, during the summer, I brought Taino Zen, and that was the focus we shared. I couldn't make your, but, oh, she left already. No, she's there.
No,
I couldn't
once you
make
said
your
my name, I
workshop.
stopped hitting the leave button. Go ahead.
No, I couldn't make your feature, but I did bring and shared Taino Zen poems, many, at the finca in person, and it was beautiful.
That's all he's happy. That man got way too much attention from me for right now, so I'm taking a break. And John and Dara were at the Pregones event in on the 20th, and they did an amazing job with Frank Perez. But Mrs. Gonzalez is pooped out right now. So
enjoy.
Me too.
Thank you,
Get
Frida.
rest. Get good rest, Maria.
You know,
Please.
Bobby always loved your work. He would always say, Frida, she's a good writer. I said, okay. And he says, no, Maria, she's real good. I was like, I know. All right. Blessings. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
Hey, good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Wonderful.
See you hopefully next month.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Good seeing you, Kim.